and happy new year. Sorry, I'm a bit full of a cold, but it's all fine. So this video that I'm gonna do for you today is the first of a little series, and the series is going to be called the Reset series. So I'm 30 years old now, and I'm only really just getting a handle on how to manage my mental health, really. And it doesn't mean that I profess to know absolutely everything there is, but what I really wanted to do was share with you how I do cope when things get a little bit too much, or my anxiety is high, or I'm feeling a little bit low or a bit lost. So the basics are, every 4 weeks, 4 weekly, not on the same day of the month, but just for 4 weeks, I will try a product that is supposed to help in some way, shape or form, and also I will read something that is supposed to help in some way, shape or form. So it can either be like a diary kind of exercise, or a book that I found that I love. And I'm not talking about something that's going to ram happiness down your throats and make you feel like, oh my god, if you don't do these 20 steps every hour of every day, you're never going to get better. That is not what we're trying to achieve here. Something that just makes you feel happy and good and nice when you've done it and when you've finished it, really. So the reason I really wanted to do this is because a lot of us struggle, and that's okay to struggle. We're only human, and different things stress different people out and put people under pressure, and it's really hard, like really hard. I'm 30 now, and like I say, I'm only just really beginning to figure out A, who I am, B, what makes me happy, and C, some of the things that I can do to take control of a situation if I'm feeling uncomfortable or anxious or sad. So I just really wanted to have a really open conversation with you all and share some pieces of information that I've found that really help me, or things that I do, things that I practice. So I really want this to turn into a big conversation, and I want you all to ask me anything, and also to try stuff as well, and see if it works, and tell me if it does, tell me if it doesn't. Everything will be inexpensive as well. I'm not into buying into happiness, that's ridiculous. But these things will always be £30 and under, from what I can gather so far going forward, from what I use already. So yeah, I'm just really excited to do this and do something a little bit different, and launch something that I really care about as well, because when you feel sad and when you feel anxious, there is literally nothing worse. You feel like there's not an end to it, and it's a real struggle to get a handle on what can get you out. It's like being stuck in a ditch and the rope is too high for you to jump to catch. It's really hard, and that can cover things like depression. It can cover all manner of things. I personally struggle with anxiety. I'm feeling low because of anxiety, because I get mad at myself that I'm feeling anxious, and it's so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm a little worrier. I'm getting better with it, but it's only because I have really listened to my body and taken control of my happiness and what I know makes me happy. So I really hope that some of this can just help you in even the smallest possible way. I get a lot of questions on Instagram stories if I'm talking about any of these products, or if I'm having a bit of a rubbish day. I don't go on and on about it, but I'll say, do you know what, I'm not feeling it, I'm going offline for a little bit, and let me just get my head together. Thank you for waiting and being patient. And people always come to me and ask how I deal with things, how I manage, and I will always reply, because it's the most invaluable thing in the world is sharing information like this that can only come with experience. There's no quick fix, there's no medicine that just fixes everything. It's just a really hard learning curve, and so the more we can share together, the better. So the first thing I want to talk to you about, and this is something that I have used literally for about 2 years and is absolutely amazing, and I swear to god it helps me sleep. It's the Super Sleep from This Works. So I started off with just a normal sleep spray, and then they brought out this flipping brilliant one that's 2 sprays in one. So what happens is you spray it on your pillow, and half of this, so it's got 2 nozzles on it, so one's clear and one's white. One is a deep pillow spray, deep sleep pillow spray, and the other one is a Sleep Plus pillow spray. So you can imagine how spoilt for choice I am when I come to use this in a night, so I just use both. And they come in separate things, they don't click out, but they're in 2 separate tubes because they do 2 different things. So where is it? Where does it say? One is for deep sleep, so the deep sleep side is for deep sleep, staying asleep, and the other one, the Sleep Plus, is for getting you to sleep quickly and then helping you to stay asleep. So I just spray it willy-nilly and honestly it is gorgeous. It is a very sleepy, relaxing, lavendery smell, but it's not overpowering lavender, and I know that a lot of people hate lavender, so I wouldn't ever say, oh, if you don't like lavender, don't get it, because it is very, very good and it doesn't smell like that. I think this it's under £20, so that's £17 I think, but it lasts me about 2 months and I use it liberally every single night. And even if James isn't in the bed, I can spray his stuff as well, just in case. So when everyone moves in the bed, I can get the whiff of my lovely sleep pillow spray. So yes, that's the first one, and I can't recommend that one enough, and it will last a couple of months. So that's good. And if you're like me, when I'm feeling anxious, run down, tired, sad, I can't sleep. I struggle to get to sleep. It is where my brain kicks off and is like, do you know what? I'm not going to let you go to sleep. I'm going to worry you over everything you've ever thought of, every person you've ever met, every penny you've ever made, every family member you've got, everything, you name it, I worry. So I will lie there awake, worried all night when I'm in one of these awful situations where I can't shake the anxiety. And this is a comfort thing, so the sleep spray is a real comfort thing. I'm not saying it cures it, I'm not saying it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna fall asleep straight away and stay asleep all night. It's a comfort thing and it is a relaxing smell. So those are what I use it for. And I also think it's a bit of a safety blanket for me now, like a comfort blanket. So I take it everywhere I go. It comes with me on all my travels and I don't sleep without it, ever, ever. So the second thing that I want to talk to you about then is something that my best friend bought for me last year. I had a tough year last year. Everyone goes through them, it comes to us all at some point, and it's just about how you navigate it and how you manage it that counts really, and how you look after yourself and knowing that you're worth it and that what happens going forward is going to be amazing. So you just have to kind of really grin and bear it and have some great people around you and try and find those great people. So her boyfriend bought her one and she bought me one, and I don't know if you've heard of them before, but it's called the Happiness Planner, and it comes in this cute little case, and basically it's like a mind-blowing, page-turning explosion of happiness and positivity, but it makes you look at yourself as well. It makes you write down what makes you anxious, what makes you worry, what the worst thing in the world is to you, and then it turns it on its head. And you can keep a daily happy diary of positivity, of things that you achieved that day that are amazing, even if it's getting out of bed in the morning. I got out of bed this morning. Did you brush your teeth? Probably not, but at least you tried, and that's all that it wants you to do, is just to write down and really reflect hard on stuff. So like I say, so last year I had a bit of a rubbish one. This year has been really, really positive and really amazing. So I wrote in this a lot last year, and then I got to a point where I was like, do you know what, I feel quite fulfilled and I feel quite happy. I don't feel like I need to empty my brain at the moment, so I'll just leave it as it is. And I used it for what I needed it for, if that makes sense. So on the first page, every single day there's like a really beautiful quote. So, the art of being happy lies in the power of extracting happiness from common things, which is such a lovely sentiment. So getting up out of bed in the morning, putting your favourite lipstick on. That's a common thing. That's something that is so easy for you to do because it's in the house if you don't want to go out. And it's basically like a happiness roadmap. It is just fantastic and such a great idea. So so let's take one. One of mine was, the question was, what qualities or habits would you like to improve on? So mine were to be calmer, and then it asks you how, and it says, don't get so sad or upset if somebody gives me an answer or things I didn't expect. Cryptic. And one of them was anxiety, obviously. How I wanted to control my anxiety, especially around love and settling down and having a family and things like that, because that's where mine stemmed from. And it would be different for everybody, but mine was always Heartbreak Hotel. Things like make more time for myself, at least, and then how to have at least one night in per week for myself. And this was when I was working full time as well, so I really struggled with time management, and that had such a big bearing on my appetite, my sadness. I was so exhausted all the time because I was doing this job and I was also working 8 till 8 in a hospital in elderly care as a physiotherapist, and that's something that I absolutely loved, but it was also something that was very stressful. So I wasn't making time for myself, and I'd get to the weekend, all I want to do is sleep, but then you've got to see your friends, and I was pushing and pulling, and oh, it's hard, it's really hard, but you've got to find a balance and you've got to make it work for you. So writing this down made me make some decisions that subconsciously going forward that I didn't know I would make, and all of these things now are much more well controlled, and that's actually made me really happy to see that I have moved on from those, even though at the time you just think you're just putting pen to paper. Something must click. It asks you about your negative qualities as well, so that's quite a good thing for you to sit and recognise if you're, you know, a bit controlling, or you're, you know, of situations, not people, a bit of a worrier, things that you can see in black and white that you can maybe take steps to try and make a little bit easier for yourself. There's just so much. It asks you what I've achieved that I'm proud of so far, and there's just so much in here. There's just so much that there could be more though. I'm not the most self bigging up person, however you say that in like a nice way. But yes, and that's my second thing. So I'm going to crack this open again, not because I'm unhappy, but because actually it's quite a nice thing to set some personal goals. And I don't mean goals like, oh, I want to go and exercise 3 times a week, oh, I've got to be better with my skincare, like goals that mean something to you and goals that only make you happy. So if it makes you feel happy on the inside, set it as a goal. Don't put pressure on yourself, and do not set goals that are unrealistic or that you think people want you to conform to, because that's just absolutely ridiculous and it's getting you nowhere. So I'm going to start this again because I'm going to put some more goals in and things. But yes, I really want to stress to you that I don't profess to have a cure for anxiety, sadness and things, but these little things that I'm going to share with you along the way are the things that help me on a day-to-day basis. And I just really want everyone to just open up a bit and talk to me about how you're feeling, and I'm here to like guide you through anything that I can help with. Obviously I'm not a professional, I'm just going through life just like everybody else, but if I can help anybody that would be amazing, and if you guys could feel more settled then that would also be amazing to me as well. So that's it. We've got Deep Sleep Pillow Spray by This Works, and we've got the Happiness Planner. I will link these products on this video for you, but I would also like you all to comment below. It can be anything. You can share a story. It can be anything. It's not something. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable like you have to share something with me, but I just want you to leave a comment with anything that you feel you want to, and I'll pick one of you who do comment to win a brand new This Works Pillow Spray and a brand new Happiness Planner for this month's The Reset series. And I will see you again in 4 weeks. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope everyone's okay, and please do get in touch with me if you need any help or advice. Bye.